Want to know how to get more clients, close sales, and crush your next client proposal for your marketing agency? Well, stay tuned. We've got a great video for you today. All right, welcome back everybody, and thank you for watching. If you haven't already done so, make sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell in the bottom right-hand corner so we can teach you more about starting an agency, digital marketing, and all of the trends happening this year. Oh, and P.S., do you want mentorship directly from me to help you build your marketing agency? If so, we are going to be giving away 5 of our mentorship programs for every 100 comments left on this video. Make sure to leave a comment about your thoughts about the proposal. We'll ask you plenty of questions throughout this video. Just leave your thoughts and you could potentially win mentorship. Having trouble closing deals? Let's talk about it. So to close deals, you actually have to do a few things before you can really understand what it's going to take to get that customer to buy from you. The first thing you're going to want to do is uncover your prospective client's situation. So really, what's going on in their business? Why are they potentially looking for a service like yours? What's making them reach out to you specifically? Really just understanding what's going on that led them to the point where they're at now. The biggest thing is people like to understand that their concerns are being given special care by people like you or by agencies like you. So you really want to find out what the real reason is behind the reason why they're actually coming to you to figure out what they need to do to get more sales for their business. But before you can even get into uncovering your client's needs or desires, you have to actually understand one thing first. What services should you be offering, or what packages should you be offering your clients? You see, the biggest thing that you have to understand is when you provide a service for a client, they're expecting a specific result. And so there's not always a cookie cutter situation or cookie cutter solution rather that you can offer to every single client. So understanding how your services work, what types of businesses to provide those services to, and what types of services you shouldn't provide specific businesses to is super important in understanding that you actually get the customer to be on the same page as you, but also in the proper position to actually set yourself up for success. And outside of understanding the actual service offering, you really need to understand how to price your services so that way you don't either scare away customers by charging too much or hurt your business by charging too little. If you want to know everything about pricing services, guys, we have the best video out there on pricing. All you have to do is check out this video up here in the top right-hand corner. Also make sure to check out the blog when you head over to that video because we actually have a download on the blog that you can get that'll help you with all of the pricing that you'll need for your agency. Oh, and P.S., we're actually going to cover how to close the deal a little bit later on in this video, so make sure to stay tuned for that. So guys, I hear it time and time again that getting clients for your agency is one of the hardest things that you have to do. And really, in my opinion, I don't think it's that hard, but that's because we have a client acquisition process in place. So really quick, comment below, what is the single biggest challenge that you've been having in acquiring new clients for your agency? Again, just comment it below really quick. Oh, and you're definitely gonna wanna comment because again, we're gonna give away 5 mentorships for every 100 comments we get. Another thing that you have to understand about delivering a quality proposal is the questions that you ask during the discovery phase. So let's talk about some of those questions you should be asking your potential clients to set your proposal up for success. Number 1 is, what are your objectives and goals? So this question will actually cover a couple of different things. Number 1, it's going to tell you the goals that the company actually has. So for example, revenue goals or how many sales they need to make. But you need to actually dive deeper than that and figure out what is the real reason behind those goals. Why are we trying to increase sales for this business? Obviously, everybody wants to make more money, but why do you need more money? Is it so you can hire more staff? Is it so you can add on a new location or a new branch? What is the deeper reason behind the big reason why you want to increase sales? And the big thing here is, guys, by understanding the deeper reasoning behind their goals allows you to cater your conversation and everything that you do in the proposal process around them building their goals, right? So a big example is if a customer tries to, for example, give you an objection and say, oh, we want to do this, it's just expensive. And your objection response would be something like, I totally understand, Mr. Business Owner, it is expensive, but you told me you want to grow your revenue so we can add on 3 more locations before the end of next year. The only way we're going to be able to do that is by spending on quality marketing strategies that are going to drive those results for you, right? So focusing back on those goals allows you to bring them back to the reason why they need this service in the first place, which is going to keep them out of that negative mentality. Another great question to ask is, are you currently spending on any other forms of marketing? Are you doing TV? Are you doing print? Are you currently doing digital advertising? And then once you figure out what they're spending on, you can ask them other questions like, how much are you spending on those services? Which gives you an idea of what their budget might be like, but also, did those services work? Were they effective? And it gives you an idea of what you should or should not do in the future for their marketing campaigns. Another great question is, how much revenue does one customer generate for your business? Either the lifetime value or whether it's a one-time cost. It helps to understand how much that customer is going to bring in with regards to revenue, because it tells you as the marketer how many new clients you have to bring them to make their campaign positive with regards to ROI. It also gives you the opportunity to understand whether the business owner or marketing manager or whoever you're talking to is being unrealistic about their goals with regards to their ad spend. So definitely make sure to ask that question in the meeting. Do you have a systematic process in place to drive quality traffic and new leads to your business? This is another great question to ask, because a lot of business owners are going to actually tell you no, which helps reinforce your reasoning for being there at their office. And if the answer to the question is yes, let's say they do have a process in place, the next question you want to follow up with is, do you have any bottlenecks in your current process? So from there, we're starting to say, okay, great, you have a process in place, but let's do a deeper dive into that process and determine where the real issues are coming from or where the bottlenecks are in your current process. Then we can make improvements to that process, which should obviously increase sales and leads. And then another great way to wrap up the discovery process, or to really get an expectation set between you and the business owner, is to ask something like this. What is the number one thing that you'll want to see from me and my marketing efforts that would determine that this campaign is a success in your mind, right? And so what this does is this actually gets them thinking about, okay, what do I really need to see? What is it really going to take for me as the business owner to be happy with you as the marketer to run my campaigns? So if you've been on a proposal call before, guys, you've probably had some obstacles come up that prevented you from closing that deal. What do you think those obstacles were for you? Or what do you think some obstacles are in closing a proposal deal? Leave that in the comments below. Oh, and PS, if you set objections, make sure to check out this video up here in the top right-hand corner that covers everything about objections in sales for SMMA. So next, let's talk about some tips and tricks that you could potentially use to close these deals. Number one is asking open-ended questions, not yes or no types of questions. And the reason why is because it's going to get the business owner talking. If you ask questions only like, did it work for you? Yes. No, that's all you're going to get from customers. You want to get them to open up completely about all of their issues, and the only way that you can do that is by opening a question that allows them to begin talking, and more than just a yes or a no. The second thing is asking follow-up questions, guys. Do not leave, just because a business owner answers a question and you get maybe what you consider to be all of the information, that does not mean that it is everything that you need to ask about that one specific portion of the sale. So by asking one main question, it should lead into 4, maybe 10 different sub-level questions that you're going to ask that'll give you a well-rounded idea of what's actually going on. Another thing that you need to ask is just simply why. All right, so if somebody tells you that they're doing something specific, why did you do that? So Mr. Business Owner says, hey, we were trying print marketing to see what that was like. Why did you think print marketing would be the best? Why did you choose print marketing over digital when digital has been so trending recently? And then they'll tell you, oh, well, my customers, are older, so they typically respond to mail a little bit better, or whatever the reason, right? So make sure you're asking tons of whys in the actual discovery phase, right? And or even when if you're doing a one meeting proposal close, that's fine too, but make sure you're asking those questions so when it comes time to deliver the proposal, you have information to reference back to. So now let's talk about establishing value. And I really have started to dislike the word value because I feel like people overuse it or use it in the wrong way and don't really truly understand what value is. So for example, if I create a marketing audit for a business, that's great. It's going to outline what's going on, what's going well, what's going bad, right? But if I don't actually provide solutions for that business owner, what the heck is the point of the audit? All you're doing is giving me a document that says, hey, if you pay me, I can do this for you. Whereas somebody providing value looks at it from the perspective of, okay, here's the audit, and even if you choose not to go with me, which is fine, you can use this audit and the step-by-step instructions that I've left to start making adjustments to those campaigns or those areas that we're not doing so well. And a lot of people ask, well, Jordan, what if somebody takes it and they give it to another agency, or they just take it and try to do it themselves? Well, that's a good question, but the first thing is, number one, if they take it to another agency, then fine. That's a customer loss. That's not going to happen as often as you might think. The second thing is, let's say they try to do it on their own. Also, that's kind of what I want them to do out of the audit and them trying to do it themselves. Because what usually happens or tends to happen is you give them such a long list of things to do, they get inside and a couple of things happen. Number one, they usually don't understand what you're talking about because they're not digital marketers, so it's hard for them to implement those changes. The second thing is they realize it's such a long list of things that they need to adjust that they don't want to do it because they don't have time. They have other things that they're trying to do with their business and they're not marketers, right? So they're not trying to spend their time there. By providing that value though, they're saying, okay, great, this person gave me the option to do it myself. I'm just not qualified to do it myself, so I'm gonna go back and seek that person out to get them to do it for me. The second thing is making your why us come out very clear in your presentation, right? They need to understand why your agency is better than any other option that they could possibly have out there today within their budget. And in case you haven't heard, this is called your value proposition. So really spend time understanding why your value proposition or what makes you valuable to those types of businesses. And the third thing is never launch immediately into your proposal. Give them chances to talk. If you came into my office and tried to pitch me something and I never got a chance to say 2 words before you automatically jumped into a proposal, I'd probably be a little worried that your only concern is getting that sale. So make sure that you actually address their needs, their desires during the conversation, because if not, you're going to have someone who will not buy. Another good, important tip that I really shouldn't even have to mention to people, but I really have to because a lot of people don't take this into consideration, is look presentable. Or in other words, make a good impression. So for example, don't go in dressed like a slob. Don't go in smelling bad. Brush your teeth, put on deodorant, take a shower. You know, those simple things that you need to do that are hygienic. Make sure you're doing those before every single meeting with a new potential client. Number 2 is showing up early. Show up at least 15 to 30 minutes early, and this is for a couple reasons. Number 1, so you can review your proposal again and the audit potentially, so that way you don't go in there and look like a fool. And the second thing is people don't like people who are late or even close to exactly on time. I want someone who is going to be more than punctual. I want them there early so that way I can rely on the fact that anytime I give them any type of task, I know that we're going to be considered a priority, right? And businesses want to feel the same, so make them feel that way. Number 3 is smile and relax and feel confident. People don't buy from other people who are not confident or lack confidence. I'm also not gonna buy from you if you're angry or you don't look, relaxed. If you look stressed, it looks to me like, I probably shouldn't go with this person because they look like they already have enough on their plate and I won't get attention, right? So make sure that you seem relaxed, you're happy, and that you're confident in your ability to produce. 4 is using their first name to build trust. You guys have probably heard it before if you've taken any type of sales training, that your name is the sweetest sound you could ever hear. And it's true because people love hearing and talking about themselves. So make sure that you're using their name plenty in the conversation. Don't overkill it and make it weird, but definitely use their name in the presentation. And 5 is give honest compliments, but don't overdo it and look like a kiss ass. Nobody likes a kiss ass, but they do like to receive recognition for when they're doing things right. Okay, so don't make your audit or even the proposal all about all of the bad that they're doing. Make sure to reinforce that with some good. So really quick guys, if you're looking for the right proposal strategy or maybe even a template for a proposal, make sure to check out this video up here in the top right hand corner. I promise you won't regret it. But that's pretty much it for this video guys. If you use the techniques that I've taught you in this video and all of my other sales training videos, which if you haven't seen, go over to my channel and check those out. But if you use these, I can guarantee you, you will be closing sales easily because a lot of people avoid everything that I'm talking about in this video, and that's why they don't get the results that they're looking for. But like I said, that is it for me. Make sure to leave a comment below. For every 100 comments, we're going to be giving away 5 mentorship programs, and even if you don't win, you should still check it out. It's only $10 a month, and we do 4 to 5 training calls per month directly with me where you can talk to me, like actually audibly talk to me, and get some feedback about any types of issues or concerns you might be having with your agency or a campaign or clients or whatever. But that is it for me guys. I'm gonna get out of here for now and I will see you on the next video. So until then, Serial Entrepreneur out. Bye. Ready to start living the 6-figure work wherever, be your own boss lifestyle? Well, at Serial Entrepreneur Academy, we'll teach you how to use a laptop and internet to start your own social media and digital marketing agency. Get started with our free Facebook ads training. Links in the description below, guys. See you in the course. Serial Entrepreneur out.